All right. Welcome to the That's It Fantasy Football Podcast. Week number 10 is over. We are now entering week number 11. If my math is correct, that would leave 4 games left in the regular season as we embark on season week 11.
That is true. And Jake is flexing for who knows what reason.
I'm exhausted. That went to my head. I'm lightheaded. Let's rock.
Good.
All right. Listen, like a phoenix, I rose from the ashes.
Oh boy, I knew this was gonna happen.
That's all I'm saying. I just listen. It's going to end this week. Boy, was it fun.
You enjoyed the ride?
Oh, I did, and it's okay. You know, a little speed bump, but then we back in it. What were our projections like last week? Our picks. What were our picks?
Alrighty, you ready for this one? So, Jose, you got 4 out of 6 correct. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Myself, I also got 4 out of 6 correct.
Oh, son of a bitch.
But here's the hook on this. Ready? Jake, 1 correct out of 6.
Catching up.
Oh!
Which means that Jose is now at 533, 32 correct, 28 incorrect. And Jake and I are now tied at 583 on the season, 35 correct, 25 incorrect. Let's go, baby.
But I'm only 2 behind.
Three.
I think
You're 3 behind, and Jake and I are tied. And we're all over 500.
Okay.
Nicely done, boys.
Yeah, I never dip between.
There you go.
So
Yeah. Close the gap.
All right.
We'll see how this week goes.
That being said, let's get into this week's picks.
Okay, here we go. Let's fire him off a little quick here. Jose's got big business to do. First matchup is myself and B-Rich. I'm picking myself just because, I want to. How about that? I always pick myself pretty much. Let's go. No, jokes aside, we are very close in projections right now, but I think I have him on like individual player-to-player matchups, if that makes sense,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's closer than it looks currently. I'm going to pick Lau as well. But yeah,
Jake?
I'm gonna pick Brian. Not because this split the difference, but because that's it. I don't know how Brian's like. I don't know. His team looks. I don't know why he's. I don't get it. All right, let's go Hurts. Let's go Barkley. Let's go Brian. It just makes no sense to me. Let's go. Trying different things here. Let's go. Might go opposite if you guys.
There you go.
Today I'm going opposite.
All right, nice. Bull strategy, Jake. Bull strategy. Speaking of Jake, he's playing Papo this week. There's a bit of talk about it on Snapchat already, but we're going to start with Jose. What do you think about this one?
I'm choosing Papo. Papo, I'm choosing. Let me tell you something. What's crazy about this is that you get Jake. Jake gets Papo on the Miami bye week. And if you marked it on your calendar 4 weeks ago, you're like, yo, this is going to be great. And then Jake gets decimated by injuries. Fuck his buys. He got decimated by injuries. And I'm going to have to pick the Papo Henrys.
Yeah, I did see that as well, but you know what? I am thinking that Jake might be in more trouble in players missed, so I went with Papo as well. Jake, your time to shine here, my friend.
All right, I'm going opposite, so I'm picking myself.
Lau, we got him right on him.
Yes.
I got some buys, 2 major injuries. A player switched teams midweek, went from the Cardinals to the fucking Texans. I'm rolling out a lot. Like, my whole team is questionable. And this isn't my roster with players waiting in the waivers. This is like potentially what I'm rolling out. I'm rolling out a tight end who has, I think, 4 career catches in 2 years. It's just like 84 is the projection, and it's gonna be the worst week of my life or the greatest upset of the year. So we'll see what happens. I don't know what to tell you.
All right.
I'm going for myself. Let's go. Team me.
Hey, first round of waivers is passed. Go check out. Go see what's available. Alrighty. Next matchup. This is an interesting one. Charles against AJ. Jake, why don't you start this one off?
Charles. Someone's got to believe in him because he doesn't.
How many? Yeah, he's had more. He's had more change names this week than quarterback lineup moves.
Yeah, and he's putting up probably
100%.
projections don't really matter, but he is like putting up like one of the higher projections for this week. So it's like I don't know. He still has the 3 running backs. They're not on buys. They're not hurt, so he should be okay. Charles. And I'm not gonna pick AJ after last week. Why couldn't he start Dalton against me? Boom. Next.
I'm actually going with Charles as well. He looks like he's pretty much back at full strength for his team, and when his team's on, they're on. So Charles, it is for me. Jose, you got?
I'm choosing Charles, and the reason I'm choosing Charles is because he's about top 3 in points scored this year. But I think it's time that the Sunday Slacker stops slacking off. And I also agree with the comment somebody made about projections don't mean nothing. Like, projections are nothing. Trash.
Yes.
So I was a 25-point underdog.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Yeah. All right. Next matchup, we have Jeff and Ronnie. Jose, you want to keep it rolling? Start us off on that one?
I chose Jeff. I don't know. It's a toss-up. I mean, it's going to be a close matchup. But ultimately, I think it comes down to quarterback play. And Mahomes has been on this show on the highs more than almost any other player. And he's just a beast. So I think it comes down to Mahomes outpointing Garoppolo.
All right. Jake, how about you, bud?
I'm going to go the same way for the same reasons. Mahomes hasn't played well against the Chargers since Herbert's been there, yada, yada, yada. But Mahomes is on fire. So I think that, I give the edge to Jeffrey.
I think that Ronnie's about due for a dub. And things are looking close projections-wise. So I'm picking Ronnie this week to switch it up a little bit. We'll see how that goes. That should be a good matchup, but I feel feeling this next one is going to be the talk of the league. We have, speaking of someone who changes their team names a lot, Mike is playing the commish. Jose.
Yes, sir.
Jake, who you got, bud?
Let's see here.
He hates both of us.
Another 86 projected team. So I feel you. I know where you're going to go.
Who?
For something.
Who?
You.
You're projected at 86 right now.
Why?
Cairo's got the Easter egg.
Yeah.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
I feel your pain. I'm not one to tell you how to change your team, all right? You can put up Geno Smith on the bye in the backup, and it'll give you the same amount of points. But listen to me. Listen to me, man. I feel your pain, and I think 2 of us should come out of this 86 hole. So let's go for it. I'm picking you on the strength of don't change your lineup, and let's go. Let's get it. I don't like either of your teams. I don't like either of you, and I have to pick one, and I see backups on your team, so I appreciate the effort. Let's go, Cobra Kai!
Yeah, I think Mike's winning. He's got a lot more people that are actually coming to play this week. I'll keep that short and sweet. Jose, let's go to you, bud.
Here's the thing with Mike's fucking dream team. Okay. I'm trying to think. Dream team. There was a dream team in the U.S. Olympics. that was in, I think, 2006 or 2008, that had like LeBron, Carmelo Anthony, and a slew of other stars, and they finished with a bronze medal. There's a dream team in LA that had Karl Malone, Gary Payton, Kobe Bryant, a ton of players. They didn't win the championship. There was a dream team in the Phillies that had Roy Halladay, Cliff Lee, Cole Hamels, and they didn't win a championship.
Oh God.
There was a dream team when the Eagles had all those players, and they didn't even make the playoffs.
Well, we also have Vince Young. Carry on.
Okay, his team plays like a dream team, and then it plays like a shit pot. And I'm telling you this, they put out a shit pot team against me, they're going to get their fucking ass kicked. That being said, I'm going to pick Mike because I just want to get the pick right. But Justin Jefferson ended up on the injury report with a broken toe.
Woo.
So,
Listen, I was
Check
like
that
to point
shit out.
out that's what happens when your team is. What's his team? What's the slogan for his team? His team
dream
is
team.
bought, not built.
Oh, jeez. Prop master Jake here.
Oh, my
Make sure you
God.
guys watch that one on video.
I'm just saying, his team is very volatile. It either hits or it could miss.
That's true. That's true.
So,
Mike's put up
That's
some
all.
highest scores, and sometimes he gets some misses, you know?
so
Oh.
Cobra Kai.
All right. Yeah. The big karate battle we got going. Oh, jeez. All right, last matchup. I'll start off with this one. Adam against Tom. Looking really close. I was like, all right, they're very close. They both got good teams. Similar projections. And then I went, well, let's see how they did last week. They basically had the same score last week, the two of them. So I'm like, well, I can't really go by that. So I flipped the coin, and I'm picking Tom. Jose, we'll go to you, bud, if you're there.
Here.
All right.
I chose Adam.
That's it.
Sick.
Goes out.
That's all, yeah.
Analytics, baby. Jake, close us out, bud. Who you got?
All right, we'll close it out. I'm Team Adam all day. Adam till I die. Let's go, Adam.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
that's
my
true.
God. Jesus Christ.
I forgot you were his fantasy team's official boyfriend.
It's true.
Yeah. All right, fellas, that covers the matchups.
Asking were about the matchup. So
Best of luck, worst of luck, whichever you want to wish to everybody.
fair.
Sure. All right. Highs and lows. I'm recording off my phone today because I was having some issues with my laptop Rooney. So I'm going to try to go off memory. But let's see, maybe you guys can help me out if I stumble. Stumble and I fall. Macy Gray. Let's jump into this week's highs and lows.
All right, quarterback play, quarterback high. I will start it off. We're going to not run through these, but we're not going to hopefully go on a tangent either. So I'll start off with my quarterback high, Justin Fields, 4 touchdowns in a loss. He is, I think, he's had a good stretch here, like 3 straight weeks of looking like a quarterback. And, if you start him, you get rewarded with 40 points. So that's always a good day. Benched all season long. He's really kicking it. So kudos to Fields, the cookie, not the quarterback. All right.
I chose Tua Tagovailoa,
There it is.
285, 3 touchdowns, can't be stopped. Can't be stopped. He's a beast. There's nothing to say to him. They're the number 1 team in the AFC. They're on a bye this week. Therefore, all the NFL scorers in fantasy are going to be shit because the Miami Dolphins are on a bye.
Oh, man.
If you play daily, good luck finding a lineup.
Yeah, that's true, right? Quick shout out to Jake's pick because I want to say like week 3 or 4, I went, Fields ain't doing so hot before, but during Lamar's bye week, he's playing Detroit. I like that. And that turned out pretty well for me. But anyway, someone who we definitely have not mentioned here on the highs, I picked for my quarterback. Top 4 this week, this past week, 26.2 points. Aaron Rodgers is actually alive.
Ayahuasca Rodgers, baby.
Which I thought he would be on all lows or just nowhere for this whole season. So good for him.
He's still a jerk.
100%. 100%.
He's like, if you did a statistic poll across the country, like the most hated fucking athlete, it's got to be Aaron Rodgers. He just looks like a knee bag.
It's Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Hey guys, those who are listening, drop a message in there in the Snapchat. Who do you hate more, Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, link in the description below. I always wanted to say that.
Both are fucking single.
That's crazy. Moving on to running back, right?
Yeah, sure.
All the highs.
Yeah, go for it.
Running back high. I went with Jonathan Taylor. I mean, he was due for one. He went nuts. He had a long 66-yard run that helped it. Jeff, shout out Jeff Saturday. It was for the boys. I mean, that's it. I mean, he's got to teach a center how to block, and I guess he did well. Jonathan Taylor reaped the benefits. So shout out him. Shout out the keeper in the first round. So good for him. Oh, shit, you're back.
Very nice.
All right, who's next?
Was that you there? You want to go next?
Saquon Barkley, 152 and a touchdown. Feels good to see it. I like it. I don't care if it was against the Texans. I mean, I think we have the Lions this week. Therefore, he's going to run off again, and then he's going to be like, yo, let's renegotiate that contract. And then I'm going to be upset because he's really putting me in a tough spot.
They're playing the Cowboys.
True.
So that's going to be great.
No, they're not playing the Cowboys.
Yeah, on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's Thanksgiving week.
Yeah, that gives me a fun one to record.
Coming up soon. Yeah.
Who you got?
That's going to be wild. I'm going to shout out Dalvin Cook. Usually is always pretty high up there in the standings as far as that goes. Had give me a sec here. Dalvin Cook had 23.6, second highest scoring. Not too shabby. That brings us around to receivers, Jake.
Did we know that Dalvin Cook's brother was James Cook? Did we know that prior to the matchup? I didn't know. Oh.
No, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that's cool.
No, I had no idea. Receivers, I had Watson. I mean, we talk about Aaron Rodgers. You got to talk about what made him look good as well. Watson, I think he had 4 catches and 3 of them were touchdowns. That's a fantastic.
How many points did he have?
30-something.
32.7.
Yeah. I mean, again,
Okay.
4 catches. I mean,
Number 3
was just touchdowns alone. Then add the 3 catches. That's already half as majority of the points were the touchdowns and the catches. I mean, yeah. So, what are you gonna do? He won't do that number again. So, got to highlight it when he does.
Yeah.
So for wide receiver high, I actually I took the highest wide receiver on the week. Just so happened that they were on my team.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
CeeDee Lamb, 11 for 152, 2 touchdowns, 38 points. Listen, it was his best fantasy point game of his career. Period. It was a career day for him. So shout out to CeeDee Lamb. He never gets he's a real one. What is he? This and that. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to do it all the time, but it was nice to see, what his ceiling is.
Yeah.
So it was nice that he just lifted his ceiling a little bit. That's
Very
maybe some
reassuring for
confidence.
his fantasy team owners.
And listen, Mike, keep listening because you're coming up again in this matchup. Keep listening because 2 weeks ago you had Justin Jefferson, who was the number one receiver. This week I have CeeDee Lamb, who's the number one receiver. Let's get it. I ain't backing down.
Jesus.
I'm gonna do a weekly double for my shout out for receivers here for highs because one, I was gonna highlight Christian Kirk getting 31.5 on Jake's team. I feel like he kind of flies under the radar. And the other I wanted to mention, we've been talking about already, Justin Jefferson, because one, I believe you said broke his toe, Jose?
No, he hurt his toe. He was limited in practice. He hurt his toe.
Hurt his toe, still had 35.3 points, and as Jake just motioned for, had the the most ridiculous catch
All time.
Yeah.
Bro, that was
insane.
Like Space Jam arm extension. That was just
That was wild.
Yeah,
It was wild. It was wild.
Question: is receivers? Does it have more of like out of the position groups, right? Quarterback, running back, receivers. Are there more of the better players in the wide receiver group across the league?
Yes.
Right. I just feel like there's a lot more stud receivers than there are stud quarterbacks and stud running backs.
Yeah.
I feel like every time I turn the TV on, a receiver is just going absolutely nuts.
Well,
That's
think
not-
about it, though. Like, he can have multiple stud receivers. They usually don't have multiple stud running backs.
Yeah, like name your top 10 receivers of like that your personal, like you love to watch, and then name the top 10 running backs. They'll dip off after like 6 and 7. But you can name
It's probably it starts with a receiver that had a touchdown this week. It's probably AJ Green.
Jeez. No,
Yeah.
I think receivers are just more exciting to watch too. I think that's part of it.
I just think there's more of them. Like there's like way more receiver. Like every receiver now is just like a copy of each other. Like, they can just one up each other. Like they're just getting better and better and better. That's all. All right. So now we got the highs out the way. Let's get to the fun part. Let's get to the lows. I'll start off with Justin Herbert on my team with 13 points. Ever since he cracked his ribs, he's been sucking so much wind, but it probably hurts to breathe the wind in because his ribs are cracked. He's been killing me. He sucks. 13 points. Every time we turn on the TV,
Do you know his ranking up the top of the year off the top of your head or no?
What?
Do you know his ranking for the top or for the year?
I'll let you know. Give me a
I can
second.
imagine he's top 10. Like in fantasy?
Yeah, for quarterbacks this year.
15th.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's
15th.
not top 10. Yeah. He must have had 10 points earlier because he's averaging probably like fucking 20 points. So
All right, La, who's your low?
he sucks.
I'm gonna go with Kirk Cousins. He was just
Yeah.
he's been doing awesome, but he was one of the lowest scorers out of the starters this week. I think second lowest score, 15.4. He's still top 12 in the league, but
Did you see when
sometimes he
was on the
blows it up,
airplane?
sometimes he doesn't.
When he was on the airplane with all the necklaces.
Yeah, that was sweet though.
You know, they nicknamed him Perk Thuggins. Holy shit.
My low quarterback for the week is none other than Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, I'll tell you this: he did have a rushing touchdown, but I heard a stat, and you guys can fact check me. I'm sure you guys will, but it's something like a stat of like he's 10-2 when he doesn't throw a passing touchdown.
Correct.
That's
I believe
insane.
that. Well, that's because that means that San Fran has run about 386 yards rushing probably in those games, like each game.
Right.
But I know they're a good rushing team, but
Four
that
rookie
to me was a crazy stat. I mean, listen, there really wasn't a lot of bottom feeder quarterbacks this week. 15 points is admirable. So
Right.
we'll see.
Is that it? You guys did Corbett?
Yeah, that was it. Sorry.
Kirk Yeah,
Yeah, that's it, Buzz.
Now we're gonna move on to running backs and running backs. This was just I picked Herbert, whatever before, but Patterson 3 points.
Shocked.
It affects me because I had Algier. That would have been nice, but Patterson had some magic. It wore off. He was hurt. He came back. Like the backup's been playing decent, so I don't know how many snaps or whatever Patterson took, but it seems like his magic maybe is just rubbing off a little bit. So that just who wants to start a running back and get 3 points? That sucks. So Patterson low.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to jump in on running backs, right? You mentioned Algier. He also had 3.3 points.
Right.
Yeah, but he's not the starter.
Very good.
Yeah, but
That's
he
true.
started in his absence and was all right.
But I'm going to my low running back is actually somebody else who was a starter for a certain person who may or may not be on this podcast.
Oh God.
And started Eno Benjamin and got himself a good old goose egg. And then went to another team.
Not only did he get a goose egg, he got fired.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't worry.
he got fired, bro.
Don't worry.
Jake said it before. Jake's like, yo, I had a running back that got to another team. No. You had a running back that started on a team, got fired, had no team, and then got hired by another team. Like, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, he was the fantasy darling 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, he's going to work out. He's going to split reps with the freaking offensive rookie of the year. It's going to be fine.
Wild.
He didn't even get any reps.
He's not getting any. He's going to split his contract in half and go work
Bro.
at Trader Joe's.
Motherfucking goose. That was crazy.
Yeah, I'm aware. All right, let's move on quickly.
It's all about the Benjamin, baby.
Man. Jose, who's your running back, bud?
My running back low was none other than Najee 99. He got 99 yards, couldn't get 100. Najee Harris, Najee 99. He got 8.9 fantasy points. I think he's hurt. I do think he's hurt. I got Jalen Warren, AJ. Make me an offer.
You're starting.
Shout out to a guy getting 9.9 yards worth of 9.9 fantasy points worth of yards, and then scoring 8.9 as well.
Yeah.
He's
That's how.
So
That's
he lost a point somewhere.
That's
Yeah,
triple nine, not Najee 99.
Yeah, he's Trent Richardson. He's done. He was good, and then he wasn't.
It's eight more. It's 8.9 more than Eno.
Eno's going through
That's
a
true.
sensitive time now. He had to move out of Arizona and find some real estate in Houston. The market's crazy, so just think of him from time to time.
Well, here's the
He's
deal.
like, you're
Eno
like
was
Eno Benjamin the person. My man was like, Eno Benjamin the person. Just open your heart and let him in. I like that. You right.
I kept him on the team. Like, hopefully the Rams will pick him up. And then he went to a team that doesn't necessarily need a running back at all.
Listen, Eno Benjamin lost his job and got 0. Najee Harris was expected to perform his job and got 8.9. That's the difference.
There you go, You heard that?
That is the difference.
All right. And last but not least, moving on to the receivers, those amazing receivers we talked about. This is where we talk about the other ones. I went with Olave. So I went with Herbert on my team. I went with now Olave on my team because that's called ownership. It's me owning my losses.
Accountability. I love it.
Yeah, Olave just he's good. I still believe in him. Might be a keeper, possibly.
You know why Olave is not good?
Because he has no fucking quarterback, and he still puts
Because
up numbers.
Andy Dalton sucks.
Yeah, but
And Jameis Winston is alive.
Yeah.
His back is fixed, and they still start.
and they can't even tank for a pick because the Eagles have their pick. They're idiots. But Olave, the Eagles they're 8-1 and they have the 4th overall pick, so they can't even get a quarterback.
Now that you got to the Eagles, I guess I'll give you my wide receiver low.
Yeah, Olave sucked. I expect a bigger performance from him. I expect to put him on the high.
AJ Brown.
Oh,
One catch for 7 yards against the Commanders. 1.6 points.
He's hurt.
He's hurt.
I think so. He looks
No, Jalen Hurts was the issue.
Emotionally. After
Dude,
they lost to the Commanders.
okay.
I don't know. AJ Brown, he's really playing like Antonio Brown. That was bad.
Oh goodness, it wasn't.
That was bad.
I know. He could do better.
Like Jeffrey had a chance to beat Tom because Tom. Oh no, who was it? Jeffrey? Who's playing Tom? Jeff. It was Tom.
Yeah.
They're playing each other, and all he has to do is get 25 points with Devontae Smith and AJ Brown against the Commanders, and he ended up losing by like 18. That's a fucking mess.
And that's with a touchdown from Smith.
Oh, it was brutal. Oh, was it really? Oh my God, that was brutal.
Yeah. All right. Let's hear it loud. Wrap it up. Let's see what you got.
I went with Juju Smith-Schuster. He had about 5.3, 5.4.
You're a coward.
I just have no idea what's going on.
You're a
with that
coward.
man. Why?
He got rocked.
Oh yeah. He got head to head, knocked the fuck.
He got
out.
head to head, like smashed, concussed. You picked a man who got 5.3 when he couldn't get off the field.
Yeah. His
Well.
name is Toodaloo Smith Schuster.
Tutu McSchuster.
No, it's fucking Toodaloo Juju. Yeah,
Well, it's probably a blessing in disguise for him because they ain't doing much else.
He was a top 15 receiver for the last 5 or 6 weeks straight. He got crushed.
I haven't even seen him catch a ball all year.
You know what? You know who I'll pick? Hang
Dude,
on.
look at it. Look at his last points.
1 sec.
Seriously.
I'm just saying I don't pay attention to like the Chiefs, honestly. I don't know what the hell they're
Yeah,
doing.
but he was low key. He was low key the guy.
I didn't know. Listen, I saw Tony.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna pick somebody else then. Hang on.
But look at his
Here we
last
go.
5 games.
No, we're not gonna look up his last 5 games. I have a flight to catch.
I'm gonna pick somebody else. Kenny Galladay, 1 catch, 20
Yeah, okay,
yards.
that makes sense. 'cause
No,
he
wait, hang on.
sucks.
Oh, that's his projection. You know what his season stats are? 2 receptions, 22 yards, 4.2 fantasy points. There you go.
Listen,
Kenny
don't be a jerk.
is low
Don't be
for
a
the
jerk.
season.
Yeah, well, he got more money than fucking all of us. He got paid. Leave him alone.
Yeah, but they show clips of him dropping the ball, and then his quote being like, "I deserve more playing time."
He dropped one, and the entire stadium erupted in boos.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was
that,
wild.
let's put things. In
Don't
perspective.
worry. Don't worry. We got Kadarius Toney.
Jared Goff made him look good. That's the sad part.
I don't know. But, dude, we got nobody.
Season 2. That's
Yo,
what we got.
Dell, what up?
Oh, Jesus. And on that note,
Well, listen, that
concludes highs
concludes
and lows.
our highs and lows. Let's move this right along. Let us jump in to this week's bold predictions. I predict Israel Adesanya will carry brass knuckles through the JFK airport and get arrested after losing his middleweight championship.
You can't predict things that happened already. I don't know if you know the rules to this part. To this
Gotcha.
section.
Gotcha.
Try again, please.
Listen, I wanted to set the record straight. I did get my 4th bold prediction of the year. Daryl Mooney outscored Chase Claypool. So that's saying much.
Speaking of coward calls, Chase Claypool don't do anything.
Yeah, but he got traded to a team that had Justin Fields, who's a stud receiver, a stud running quarterback that had 42 points, and Chase Claypool got fucking nothing.
Listen, the Giants have a stud quarterback, and Kenny Galladay's not doing anything.
Yeah, but Kenny Galladay ain't playing. Chase Claypool on the field. Okay, listen, here's the thing. Bold predictions. You ready?
Yep.
My bold prediction for week number 11. I don't know if I get. This week's bold prediction from Joey Barista. Justin Herbert is going to finish as a top 5 quarterback on the week.
Whoa. Hey, look at Jake lighting up.
All right.
Baby. Let's go.
Woo.
All right. How about that for Coward?
I like it. I like it. That's good.
My bold prediction is that by week 10 of the 2022 NFL season, Kenny Galladay will have only 2 catches.
Yes.
Oh, that already happened.
For 22 yards.
My bold
Get it
prediction
right or pay the price.
My bold prediction is Patty
That was
Mahomes.
some your shorts.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I know.
Patty Mahomes is going to keep the streak going. He's going to get over 40 points again. That's not that bold. But we're going to double it. And we're going to – Patty Mahomes. He's on his hair.
He's getting 80 points.
I'm going to parlay it. I'm going to say – I'm going to add a second leg to it. So Patty Mahomes is going to get 40+, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to get minimal of 28.5 points.
28?
They're going to be a dynamic duo. He's going to come
68
out.
points combined.
Yes, you heard it here first. All
Bro,
hail.
they ain't getting 68 points combined if they got Clyde Drexler involved. Riding on a Clydesdale.
Clyde Drexler.
Clyde Frazier. What is that?
No.
Bonnie and Clyde?
Clyde Drexler eating a Claire. It's going to be great.
All right, Loud. Take us home.
All right, so here's the deal. I think that someone's defense is going to get negative points, and it's going to cost them their matchup.
Oh,
Okay, that's a jerk prediction.
that's a
Yep.
bold.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah, just like you predict that a tight end's going to get 30 points, you got to predict that a team's going to do also bad. So that's good. You got to have both
We've
sides.
not really done like a real bad prediction like that. We'll do somebody has outscored somebody else, but we're going dark
All
this
right.
week. Who cares?
I'll tell you, Loud, really ashamed of you as an 8-2 player. Setting the standard for this league, okay? And you're just being a shit pot with these predictions and cruelty today. Listen, everybody, enjoy your week. It is a blessing to be in this league. I appreciate it. I enjoy all of it, all 10 weeks. Let's keep it going. Let's go to week number 14. Let's see what the standings are. My bold prediction is that somebody who's going to finish in the 5th spot is going to have the same record as somebody who finishes in the 7th spot. So fucking strap up and get ready, boys.
God damn.
It is gonna be crazy. AJ, you had me fucking dying when you were like, "Yo, this is the 5-5 tomorrow," when everybody's checking the standings, and it was fucking everybody rushing into that train. I fucking died. Listen, everybody, have a great week. Good Thursday. So long.
Go Chiefs. Go Herbert.
See ya.
Go.